agitations have continued to rise in Rivers State following the outcome of the local government elections held last Saturday. The Action People's Party won 22 local government areas out of 23, but factional members of the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressives Congress, who boycotted the polls, are crying foul. They are now heading to court to challenge the results. The election on Saturday was peaceful, but the aftermath has been anything but harmonious. Earlier today, the LMA Local Government Secretariat was engulfed in flames. While the cause of the fire is still under investigation, this incident has further fueled the unrest. For more insight into the situation in Rivers State, I'm joined by Mr. Uchenna Nnadi. He's the national chairman of the Action People's Party. He joins me from Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. Good to have you, Mr. Nnadi.
Thank you so much.
Right. So let's get straight to it. Your party, the Action People's Party, won 22 out of 23 local government areas. It's a little known party, at least when compared to the more established People's Democratic Party or the APC. Can you explain to us why you were able to sweep the polls? You also won 314 out of 319 councillorship seats. Is that a reflection of the change in public opinion, or was it that you were more strategic?
Yeah, our political, not really unknown, like you just said. We have been in existence since 2017, and we have a strong presence in Rivers State. But the local government election gave us an opportunity to campaign and to sell our manifesto to the people of Rivers State, which they accepted and voted for our party massively. I think the victory is as a result of the yearning for change in Rivers and our campaign.
So the yearning for change. So you're saying that it reflects the public opinion. At the same time, there are other people that did not participate in that election because they felt that it was not properly conducted. How would you react to that? Because now it presents a problem for your party.
I don't see any problem to that. It is an option. You can choose to participate in a particular election or not. So they elected not to participate. Assuming they participated, I think, and I'm confident that our party could have also won them. They knew that they will lose, and that was why they decided not to participate.
So reports reaching us now is that...
a result of fear of defeat.
Okay. Reports reaching us now is that some people are attacking public buildings, for instance, the LMA Local Government Secretariat. What's your view on that? Because it means that the crisis is not over.
Those people are enemies of the state. Their act is a criminal act. It is act of terrorism. They are supposed to be apprehended forthwith, prosecuted, jailed.
Okay.
Terrorism. It is supposed to be condemned, but by everyone.
Right. Talking of condemnation, Mr. President has condemned what is going on in Rivers State. Although he is on a 2-week vacation in the United Kingdom, his spokesman, Mr. Bayo Nanoga, has released a statement where he has charged the security officers to make sure that what is going in Rivers State is put to a stop. Do you think that's enough to prevent further conflagration of this conflict?
Intervention is a welcome development, but we think it's supposed to be taken a step further. Stop should also be apprehended and prosecuted. They should face the full wrath of the law. It is only when punitive measures are applied that I think if the security agencies, if they stop at forestalling further occurrence without the heinous act of arson that occurred today, prosecuted, they might think that you can do anything and get away with it. It has happened before in our party secretariat. Nobody has been arrested. I think that's one of the things that emboldened them to carry out some of these. There is no consequences to it. So we call upon the security agencies to apprehend those who face the full wrath of the law.
Right. Before the election, your governor did have a little face-off with security agencies, and he asked them to stay away from rivers. And even the police also, according to, in line with the court order, decided not to provide protection during that election. What role do you see of that of the Inspector General of Police and his men playing in the crisis in Rivers State?
I think they said they were obeying the court order by not providing security during the election. But it has also shown us that we can have peaceful without police playing prominent role. Ballot snatching, stuffing of ballot boxes with thumb-printed voters' result and all that. But in the last local government election, the police did not monitor. It was free and fair. No snatching of boxes, no violence during the election. So to show that without security agencies, we can still have free and fair.
Exactly. That's what a lot of people have seen, that without security agencies, elections can still hold. But it doesn't mean that the crisis has stopped. Someone from your state, Ms. Ankyo Briggs, who was here last week, she did describe the situation in your state as political madness. You are from Rivers State. Can you tell us how and when you believe this conflict will end, or this political madness, to borrow her words?
That is why we are calling upon those who are disgruntled, those who don't believe in the process, that we are governed by laws. Our country, Nigeria, is governed by laws. River State is governed by laws. If you feel aggrieved, if you have any grievance, there is a channel set up by law for you to ventilate your grievance. You go to court. Today, the CJ of River State has inaugurated the election tribunal. If you are not satisfied with the conduct of the election, there is an avenue where you can ventilate your issues, your grievance. You go to election petition. Even if you are not satisfied with their judgment or their ruling, you can also appeal it. So taking laws into your hands is an offense. It goes contrary to the provisions of our laws, and such a person is supposed to be punished accordingly.
Since you've mentioned the law, the opposition has said they are heading to court to contest the results of that election. How is your party planning to mount a challenge to that? Legally, of course.
This election is adjourned to be one of the freest and fairest election ever conducted in Nigeria. And my party won in all ramifications. We did our campaign very well. We sold our manifesto to the people. They bought it and voted for us massively. We are confident that if they go to court, which is the right thing, we are encouraging them to go to court instead of instead of resorting to violence. If they go to court, we are confident and we know that we will win them in court, just like we won during the polls.
Right. Do you have any concerns about the independence of the judiciary, especially handling the sensitive cases in Rivers?
is a known fact that judiciary ought to be reformed. We are calling upon them that they shouldn't allow politicians to infiltrate them, because judiciary is the last hope of the masses, is the last hope of the common man. We call upon the CJN to encourage the justices and the judges to do the right thing. In the recent past, we have seen how our courts have been used trying to scuttle the election. And everybody in Nigeria knows that our laws provided that no court, no. But before this election, we saw a lot of judgments, conflicting judgments coming from different courts. So we are calling upon the CJN, the Chief Judge of Federal High Court, to ask the judges, let them do the right thing. Let them not be used. Let them not allow themselves to be used as a tool to destroy democracy.
Right. So your governor, Governor Sim Fubara, is a member of the PDP, but it's obvious that he heavily supported your party in these elections. Is this a precursor to Governor Fubara joining the APP?
I don't see in any way the governor helped our party to coast to victory, to win the elections. The governor did not help us in any way. The governor is not a party. But we'll be glad if the governor decides to join our party, because he has the right to join any political party of his choice. As he is not a member of our party, the governor should be commended that he allowed the, in other states, local government elections, the governor's party always win, most times 100%. Last Saturday, it wasn't only River State local government elections that we are held. Election was held in Benue. APC won 23/23 and won all the councillorship seats. Just like you rightly said, that the governor is a member of PDP. And APP won in River State 22 out of 23. The governor did not use his power by the will of the people to upturn the election. The governor did not in the State Electoral Commission. He allowed the choice of the people. He should be commended, because this is actually the first time it's happening in the history of Nigerian politics.
But you've just confirmed what everybody knows and what we are saying, which is that the governor seems to support your party. If not, most times politicians want their own party to win the elections.
That's why I said he should be commended, because he did something different from what other governors have been doing. For the fact that our party won 22 out of the 23 local governments in River State does not imply that the governor is supporting us or the governor belongs to our party. It is because the people of River State, they saw our party as the alternative to what they have been seeing previously. They embraced our party. Our party sold our manifesto to them, and they keyed into our manifesto and voted for us massively.
Right. You do know that since your party has won, there will be an influx of members from everywhere, people from everywhere into the APP. It's usually the case in Nigeria. How are you positioning your party to manage this influx? And what makes the APP different anyway?
Our doors are open. Politics is game of number. We knew that if we win, that we'll have more membership. After all, that's why we are contesting election, for us to gain more people, for us to, those people who did not vote for us during the local government election, they are free to join us. We lost a seat in HA local government. It is our desire to capture every seat in River State. Out of the 319, we won 314. We want to capture the remaining 5. Not only at that, we want to capture the 32 House of Assembly seats in River State. We want to capture the Senate. We want to capture the House of Reps. We even want to win the governorship election.
Right. So we've seen cases where politicians banded together in a political party in order to fight the so-called political enemy. And after they win the election, another infighting breaks out within their fold. How are you going to manage, prevent that from happening in the APP?
One of the selling is there is no faction. There is no faction from the national to the state chapters to the local government and to the world. Our party is united. We have internal mechanism of preventing factionalization of the party. No matter the number of people that troops into our party, it can never be factionalized because there is an already existing internal mechanism to checkmate it.
We are seeing political parties winning all the elections. In different states where local government elections have held, it is one party winning or sweeping the polls. Do you think that is good for our political system or for democracy? It's over-centralization on one party.
The essence of forming a political party, one of the major aims of forming a political party is to win election. If a political party is able to sell its manifesto, market its candidates, and sweep the pool, I don't see anything wrong with it.
So
he left for other political parties. He left for other political parties to also campaign, to sell their party to the masses.
Right. Finally, the crisis in Rivers State, the differences between Governor Sim Fubara and the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, is at the center of this political deadlock. How and when do you think this crisis can be resolved, or do you think that it can be resolved?
Yes, it can be resolved. We are calling upon everybody, including the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, to join hands with the governor in developing Rivers State. Everybody knows that the governor is interested, passionate in the development of Rivers State. So we are using this opportunity to call upon everybody in Rivers State to join hands with the governor in the development of Rivers State.
All right, Mr.
Uchenna, the minister.
Okay. Mr. Nnadi, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you.